doing today? How is everybody doing today? You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say is hey, 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 how everybody doing today? You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm here trying to run my podcast, run it up, get the numbers up, do everything for fun. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be the great Reverend Run. Yes, family. Yes, family. Peace, salutations, blessings, guidance, protection, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Blessed by the best, ain't stress, no less. You know? You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Got my unbiased opinion, my unbiased thoughts on life, on liberty, on everything. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to tackle, the relationship aspects. You know what I'm saying? With people choice of thoughts. Because as I go through social media, I ain't gonna name no name of social media unless they promote me. But as I go through social media and I see a lot of folks a lot of folks their mindset in terms of on dating, on gender roles, on everything. I'm like, not even saying somebody is delusional, they have unrealistic goals. You know what I'm saying? They have unrealistic goals, and sometimes men, we get scrutinized, highly scrutinized, um, when it comes to dating and expectations on a man in terms of dating. Because me looking at a lot of folks' expectations, folks, and especially being feminine energy, our ladies out here having these unimaginable goals and aspirations on dating. And I'm like, come on, we got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to be realistic in terms of dating field, Because I feel like I see a lot of these content creators, these ladies doing these content creators, they're coming in with their whole expectations on terms of they're not going to go 50-50 with a man. They could go 100% by themselves, which don't make much sense. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let them tell it. I'm definitely going to let them tell it. Yeah, these crazy expectations on the man, they ain't going 50-50. I'm like, you know how much money a man got to make to go 100% on the bills, especially in this economy that we living in now. The high expectation that a man got to make, and these ladies, them, they're like, I'm going to go 50-50 with a man. I'm like, are you real? And then the second thing is, right? You want a man to be a high earner, right? You want a man to make six figures, 250,000, 500,000, $1 million. And I'm like, yeah, are men. They're made men, right? And if I'm making that type of money, why would I want to choose you? The specific girls that's out there that don't have nothing to offer me other than a pretty face, maybe a pretty face, and maybe some hand-me-down used coochie. So you gotta ask yourself this question. Now, if I'm a made man, I'm in this type of tax bracket. Why would I choose you? Why would I specifically choose you? You know what I'm saying? To be my helpmate, to be my partner, to be my significant other. What do you have to offer? And then a lot of men go to these ladies and they ask these ladies like, "Yo, what do you have to offer me? Like, what do you bring to the table?" And a lot of these delusional ladies, they respond and they say, "I am the table." Okay, well, what does "I am the table" got to consist of? And again, I'm not a bitter man or nothing. I just see these posts and I have to respond to these posts. What do you have to offer as a woman? What do you have to offer? What do you bring to the table? I am the table. Okay, you telling me you're the table. That doesn't tell me what you bring to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And they got offended. Oh, I ain't got to explain that to me, but you have to, though. This is an interview because you don't want to go 50-50 with a man. You want a man to take 100% and you have nothing to offer other than some hand-me-down coochie. You know what I'm saying? Because in this new day and new age, a lot of ladies are sexually liberated. You know what I'm saying? Feel this is okay to go ahead and sleep with everybody. And then you have this high expectation after you went around and you slept with this one and you slept with that one. And now you want a man to make six figures. You want a man to take care of you where you don't have to go 50-50 on the bill. You want a man that making X, Y, and Z amount of money, this high earning man, and you have nothing to offer him other than maybe a nasty attitude, some hand-me-down coochie, and nothing else. A bunch of headache and stress. And you feel as if that's the purpose, that's the life that is okay to do. You have no purpose, you got no skills, no characteristics, no even no good personality. But you want this man to pay 100% of your bills with nothing. And he also with men. And I also dislike the fact. I also like the fact that these ladies, them, because social media has ruined a lot of culture, ruined a lot of relationships. Because nowadays a man can't be man, and when I say that, men can't be men because now it's insecure And it's controlling for a man to sit here and be like, baby girl, you're in a relationship. I don't want you to post thirst trap pictures, half naked pictures, or you're controlling, you're a narcissist, you're insecure. Why do I have to be insecure? Why can it, why I can't be a man with a purpose and I don't indulge in the bull drive? Why I have to be me and be insecure? Why can't I have a structure? I have boundaries. This is what I'm not going for. And then you're gonna tell me that I met you this way and I have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. And also towards the queens, dealing with men that don't have structure. Because again, some ladies and some men, but some ladies never had the definition on what a real man is, meaning they had a father in their life, and if they had a father in their life, their father never instilled structure. So now they got a man that's a made man that's built already, and now he's implementing structures and boundaries in their life. But you never had a real man in your life that implement those structures that you follow. So now you're hearing it from a man, somebody that exhibits leadership qualities, and now it's an issue, it's a problem because you want to do what you want to do, and it's a problem now. You know what I'm saying? I just like that. And then this whole narrative, what's going on, family? This whole narrative on these ladies telling a man what a real man is. Half of y'all don't know what a real man is because you never had a father in your life that you respected. That's why when you find a partner, a husband that tells you you got to do X, Y, and Z, it's an issue, it's a problem. And you're trying to tell a man it's a real man. How you know what a real man is? First of all, in order to be a man, you must first see one display in your eyes. That's the first and foremost. Secondly, a woman can't tell me what a real man is. You can tell me what you think a real man is, but you can't tell me what a real man is. You understand? Woman like, oh, a real man wouldn't go 50-50 with a woman. How you know what a real man is? You're not a real woman. You're not a real man. You know what I'm saying? And you wanna change the narrative or paint the narrative when it's beneficial towards you. I just like that. And it's like men telling women like I'm a man. I can't tell you what a real woman is. I can go based off the Bible. I can go based off certain things, certain aspect in terms of my mother, what my mother was, and tell you like this is what I think or this is what I feel or the real woman is. But I just like the narrative that a real man would allow his woman to wear what she want to wear. A real man would allow his woman to seek attention. A real man would not implement no structures or whatever else the case may be. I despise seeing that on social media. So I have to vocally refute that as much as I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like in this time, this day and this age, I'm like, social media has blindsided a lot of people. Where a lot of people could give you their opinions and so forth. I'm like, come on with the dumb stuff. You understand? And you wonder why, when you wonder why men and women are so opposed to dating. Everybody have this high expectations for what they want to date, but ain't nobody want to put in that work. Nobody want to put in that time. Nobody want to put in effort. Social media give a lot of ladies and men exposure in terms of where you can be contacted. You know what I'm saying? And follow these dumb, stupid trends. You know what I'm saying? And tell you and give you a little 5 cents. You know, and I'm like, many want date right now because a lot of ladies out here, they're looking for a free meal. So man, like I'm not about the because a lady would go on a date with somebody she has zero interest with just for a free meal. And because this guy can give her the lifestyle, or not give her the lifestyle, she can eat at these places where she can't necessarily afford. Or if she can afford this place, she don't want to come in the pocket, so she gonna use that. And like now, men caught wind of that. Now men like, I don't want to go on dates. I don't want to take you to no Michelin 5-star restaurant. Let's have a coffee date. Or who I look like going being a coffee date. Who I look like spending $300, $400, $500 on a date for somebody who don't like me. I don't know if she like me or not. I don't even know if I like her yet. I'm trying to get to know her. And it's a requirement. I gotta do all of these, get your aesthetic going. I gotta come out of pocket. I'm basically buying love from somebody I don't even know if I like. You understand how there's high expectations. But then we get there at the date and we don't have no conversation because you're on your phone all day taking pictures of the meals, doing all of this. And now men, we got wind of it and now we're not feeding into the bull. And now ladies like, oh, men ain't courting no more. No, we ain't courting no more because y'all play too much silly games. Just as well as some men. Men play silly games too because they going on dates just to have some sexual to have intimacy. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, men ain't want to take ladies on dates because again, all the lady want to do is not all women, but want to go on this high end restaurant to be like to post on social media. I did it, man. Like, why do I have to leave my wallet when you can't leave with your feminine grace? You can be a soft girl, but you have this high expectations where you want me to be or meet you at the summit. I get there at the date, I can't have a conversation with you. I can't do this. I can't do that, and it's like, yeah, it's sad. It's sad, you know what I'm saying? Men don't want to date, ladies don't want to date. They telling a man what it is to be a real man. You don't know what a real man again because you didn't have a father in your life to, to exhibit what a real man is, and you trying to tell a man what it is to be a real man. And just because he ain't following narrative or your manipulation, you want to be like, oh, you know, real man. What's a real man? You tell me, you show me an example of what a real man is, and I could go ahead and tell you, okay, this is what I also deem as a real man. But you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to sit here and spit on this backward, this whole gender war that we got going on. That yeah, I can't tell you what a woman is. You want me to have this? I have high expectations on. I gotta take on 100% of your bill. I have to buy. Basically, what I'm doing now is I'm paying for love. I am paying to date you. I am paying to go on dates with you. I'm paying for love. Why do I have to pay on love? Why do I have to go on above and beyond for you, for somebody I don't know if I like? I know I have some form of physical attraction towards you, but I have to pay for love. That ain't called prostitution. You know what I'm saying? A lot of relationship now is also for beneficial reasons. Do I have to pay for love? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just like that because when I look through social media, I see nothing but this, and I'm like, and it's like accountability went through the roof because a woman is right, and even if she ain't right, she feel like she right. And now it ain't a fact of being logical. Now it's emotions involved. I can't have a conversation because you feel. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sit you and I'm going to 10 times out of 10 every time I get wind of it. But yeah, this is a ridiculous phase and stage that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not saying people being delusional or whatever else the case might be. Just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So every time I sit you and I see that, I'm gonna speak on it because there's nothing but hypocrisy out there. You want to tell me what a real man is, and I tell you what a real woman is. A real woman is a woman ain't loud. A real woman is a woman that I can sit here and she can have counsel and we have good conversation. When you gonna tell me that ain't a real woman? Oh, I'm not no barefoot and pregnant mom. I know housewife or whatever else. I can't tell you what a real woman is, but you want to tell me what a real man is when you probably never even seen a real man in your life. You got some type of imaginary, invisible man, or who you think there's a real man out there, but you ain't practical. You're not being pragmatic or practical. You just spewing BS out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But you already know the vibe, family. I just had to sit here and grace y'all trying to do a podcast. At least once another podcast, do a live once a day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, but busy schedule. But yeah, family, I just like seeing this type of narrative out here, but people are in Lululand that you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They want to sit here and they're so opinionated until you sit here and you be like, yo, baby, or yo, X, Y, and Z. You got to display some type of good traits or qualities or hold you accountable or responsible for your actions, and you no call, no show. You know? Yeah, family. Yeah, family. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna sit here and say it is what it is, family. You already know the vibe. You like my content. Definitely subscribe. Definitely follow the page so I can keep on continue making more content. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, family. You know the vibes. It's brother Leo, brother Conscious. You know. Like, follow, subscribe. You know the vibes.